So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to talk about my experience on getting banned from PayPal for dropshipping. So this was back in late 2014. It had been about a month and a week since I launched my first store. So I obviously had no experience or no prior experience. I was brand new to Shopify dropshipping, and I thought I was doing well. I had about 700 orders accumulated within a little bit over a month. It was like a month and like a week, or close to a month and a week. So everything was pretty fine. I thought everything was fine. Then all of a sudden I started getting an email, or started getting multiple emails from PayPal. I believe that first day that I started getting that email, I got 3 right in a row, one after another, saying that I had complaints from customers not getting their products delivered. So then I checked. I was like, okay, what the heck's going on here? I sent out the products as soon as they placed the orders. So I don't understand why they're not receiving the products. So I called my supplier. They sent me tracking information. Well, I didn't call them. I just emailed them. They sent me some tracking information. I got that. I tried to get a contact, or try to get a hold of the people who filed the complaints. I'd send them tracking information, but I guess that wasn't good enough. So then I got this email from PayPal saying that my account had been temporarily blocked, that I had to go in my dashboard and submit some more information. So I went, I did that. They were asking for tracking information. So I got the tracking numbers that I received from my supplier. I put them in on the website with my ID, my social security number, my website address, or my URL. And I thought that was pretty good. And then I submitted it. Everything was good. A day later, I got an email from PayPal saying that my account has been reinstated, that I was able to use it again. And I went along for another week. Everything was fine. And then I started getting some more emails. I got one email saying that the customer didn't receive the product. Then I got 3 more emails the following day, and then I got another email the day after that. And next thing I know, PayPal had emailed me saying that they had put a block on my account. So I went to my dashboard. I was thinking I was going to do the same thing, which I did. It was asking me a lot of the similar questions, but it also was asking me for my supplier information, or who was supplying me the products. It was asking me for invoices. It was asking me, how I was going about it and advertising these products, and if I had any picture of my inventory to send it. But I didn't at that time, or I still don't, because I was drop shipping. So what I did was I decided to get on the phone, talk to somebody in PayPal, and explain my situation, which was probably the worst idea, or probably the worst thing I could have done. But nonetheless, I went that route. I decided to call them. I did. I was on hold for about 30 minutes. Finally got a hold of somebody. They were just asking me some basic information to verify my account. I replied. We went through all that. I verified that. Then we got talking about why my account had a block, and I told them, I kind of explained them, saying that I was drop shipping and that I supplied my customers with the tracking information. Then they told me if I was doing the products, if I was making the bracelets by hand, because at that time I had a store that was just a bracelet store, so I was just selling men's bracelets. And I told them no, that I was actually buying them from China and then shipping them out. And they're like, okay, could you send us a picture of your warehouse where you're storing all your items? And I told them, I don't have a storage facility because I'm drop shipping. What I'm doing is I'm buying the products from AliExpress and then shipping them out to the customers. And then they were asking me, okay, so you're like a middleman? And I told them, yeah, technically speaking, yes, I am. And then they asked me for my store address so they could check it out. So I did that. I provided that while I was on the phone. They were looking at it. They were like, okay, your store seems fine. I was like, okay, yeah. I mean, it is. I'm just selling bracelets. And I guess they thought I was selling something else. So they're saying, okay, that checks out. But what we don't like is the fact that you're drop shipping. Why would the customer go through you if they could just buy the product directly from China? But now I was just trying to basically explain drop shipping at that time to a PayPal representative, and they just weren't understanding it. They weren't comprehending what was going on. So then what happened next is they put me on hold for a little bit. They came back and then they told me, okay, you know what? We can't work with your business model because you're drop shipping. That's too much risk for us. If you were making the bracelets by hand, that would be a different story. But you're drop shipping. We don't work with that type of business. We don't feel comfortable working with you, so we'd have to permanently part ways. And it's been a pleasure doing business with you up to this point. And at first I was just a little bit confused, saying, okay, well, can I just make a new PayPal and just go from there? And they told me no, because you're going to be permanently banned. And then that actually got me to this whole different route where I started trying to play with PayPal, trying to get around it, work my way around it, which I actually ended up figuring it out. But I digress. Let's get back to the story. So what happened was, at first I didn't know what was going on, and I hung up. I was just kind of like in shock. Okay, what the hell? Why did they just shut me down like that? So then a couple minutes later, I got this email from PayPal stating The same thing that the representative told me, but they also added some more information. Now, what the representative didn't tell me was the fact that they were going to hold my money. And that, it just pissed me off, because it's like, okay, why are you going to hold my money after I had shipped the products? They were holding the money for 180 days. Now that I think about it, I mean, it does make some sort of sense why they would hold it, just for security purpose, but you have to think about it. Being my position at that time, I honestly had no idea what was going on. Although I think 180 days is a little too excessive, like that's a half a year. Maybe 30 days would be fine, but 180, that's way too much time. And I try to get back on the phone, try to call them, like, hey, can I get my money released sooner? I already paid for all these products, they're all shipped out. You guys are just basically holding my money. And they just kept telling me, we have to hold your money for 180 days. So I had to wait out 180 days. I got a couple of chargebacks between there, or I got a couple of people claiming that they didn't receive the products. So I ended up losing, I was supposed to receive about $6,000, but I ended up only getting about $4,000. So I did lose quite a significant amount, and I had to wait 6 months for that money, which is so fucking annoying. But thanks to that, I actually learned my lesson. I learned how to work with PayPal. They're really, really sensitive, and I also learned how to work my way around that ban, because I couldn't use PayPal. Once you get banned from PayPal, you guys have to understand you can no longer use it for any means whatsoever. The only way you could use PayPal would be if you're entering a credit card information and that person only takes PayPal. You can't make another PayPal account just to buy stuff. You can't make another PayPal account just to sell things or receive money. You can't. You have no access. Once you're banned, you're permanently banned from ever having another PayPal account. But I quickly found my way around it after about like a month or 2 months of just like trying different things, trying different methods, trying to hide different things, and seeing how I could work with it. But then the process just became really tedious to use PayPal for dropshipping, so I just avoided it altogether. And that's why I recommend you guys try to avoid using PayPal when you're dropshipping. The reason you guys want to avoid that is you don't want to be in the same situation I was in, because it's honestly pretty hard to stop using PayPal, especially when you would use it, or when you use it on a daily basis, or when you use it to send money or receive money. It actually closes a lot of opportunities down for you, because let's say at that time I was watching Alex Becker. This was back in 2014 when he was doing SEO and whatnot, and his courses were just, everything was through PayPal, so I couldn't register or get any of that because he was only using PayPal at that time. And other little things like that I wanted to buy, people use PayPal, I couldn't. I had to find a way around that. So I always strongly recommend to not use PayPal for dropshipping. You guys could go ahead and use them for other things, or if you're selling your own products and making them and you're storing them in your own facility, then go ahead and use PayPal. But for dropshipping, please avoid dropshipping with PayPal, or using PayPal as your way to actually receive funds. So that's pretty much it for the video. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, make sure to go ahead and do that. My Instagram is @mr.ecom. That will be down in the description. And if you guys want to learn the basics of Shopify dropshipping, make sure to download my free ebook. That will be in the description also. Now, if you guys want to learn how to get back into PayPal and how to start using it after you've been banned, make sure to check out the description. I'll have a course on how to get back into selling on PayPal, or how to get back to using PayPal after you've been permanently banned, because there is a way. It's just really tedious, but nonetheless, there is a way. And if the course isn't out, subscribe or follow me on Instagram, and as soon as this course is out, I'll make sure to notify everybody, or I'll post it up so you guys do know when it's out. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.